looking to grab pixels either from these front stacks on the front of the field, or our human players for red and blue can introduce pixels onto the field throughout the match. One of our teams on the blue side of the field was passing under the stage door there, and you can see they were just tall enough that they kind of knocked the stage door out of the way. But these other robots are really low to the ground, so they can navigate underneath of those bars really easily. Our FTA is going to try to help out one of our Red Alliance teams here, trying to get them reconnected so they can get moving. Now on the back side of the field, if we take a look, our Blue Alliance has scored 3 white pixels into the backstage area, each of those worth 1 point apiece. That's where their 3 points are coming from up there. Red Alliance now Okay, so we're getting ready to show the scores here in a second. Remember that there's this robot sitting in this area of the field. That'll be important for when we bring the scores up. I'll explain what's going on. Okay, they're going to pick up the robots. Let's maybe take a look at the score from match number 1. See how things turned out. Working on it. Wait for ref. I have no power in that realm. They already picked their bots up. Probably good, but everybody's not really sure what's going on yet. Yep. Yep. It's 5. All of those stacks should be 5. Okay, there's the score. 131 points for blue to 8 for red. So you see 120 blue penalty points there. So if you remember, up here in the front left corner of the field, there was a red robot sitting in a blue taped off area. And so for entering that zone, you get a major penalty, which is worth, how many points is a major? How many points is a major? 30. And a minor is 10? So a major penalty is 30 points, and a minor penalty is 10. So they got 1 major for going in there, and then their robot died in there. So then they incurred a minor penalty every 5 seconds for the rest of the match. So that's how you get to a penalty score of 120. So hopefully we won't have that happen again, but I wouldn't count on it. So while they're getting things set up here, I'll take a second to talk to you a little bit about the pixels and what they do and how they score. So this is the main game element for this year, the pixels. There's 4 colors. There's white, yellow, purple, and green. And they do different things throughout the match depending on the color of the pixel. So the yellow and the purple you'll see used during the first 30 seconds of the match. So teams will be taking the purple pixel if they load it onto their robot during the first 30 seconds, and they want to place it on the tape line where the white pixel is sitting. So if they put it on that tape line and it stays there at the end of the 30 seconds, they'll get a bonus for that. If they're using the yellow pixel, they can put that on the backdrop, which is the black board on the back side. And if they put that in the right area during the first 30 seconds, they also get a bonus. So you'll see teams, especially later on in the season as we get into a bit more, strategically placing these different colors in different places to get bonus points. Green doesn't really do anything special. It's just for fun. It's a third color. And white as well is just a regular pixel. So then, during the driver-controlled period, which is the rest of the match, the next 2 minutes of the match, teams will be taking all 4 of these colors and placing them either in the backstage area, which are the taped-off areas you can see, so the blue on the back there and the red on the back there. They earn points for placing those on the ground, or if teams can, they can place the pixels onto the backdrop, which once again is the black tilted plane there in the back of the field, and they'll place these onto the backdrop, and they'll earn points for each one they place. But they can do something special with the colors that's really fun. So if teams place 3 of them in a configuration like this drop, 1 of each color, this is called a mosaic. And they'll earn a bonus if they have mosaics on the backdrop. They can do the same thing with 3 of the same color. So if all 3 of these were green or yellow or purple, they can earn bonuses that way as well. So you'll see these mosaics being created on the back. I think it'll look really cool by the end of the season. So they'll have mosaics, and around each mosaic, mosaics must be separated by white pixels. So what we'll see is a bunch of these mosaics on the back surrounded or with white pixels in between them. So I think it'll look really cool by the end of the season. We'll have some kind of art pieces being created on the back side of the field. But that's what teams are doing with these pixels throughout the match. So some autonomous bonuses, and then during the match, they're trying to build these mosaics on the backside. I don't know if we have any teams here today that have the capability of placing onto the backdrop, so we may just see them pushing them on the floor today. Maybe a couple of our robots have some arms. We'll have to see if they're functional. But we'll probably just be looking at a lot of pushing these pixels around today, pushing them to the back side of the field, and collecting them from the front side of the field. So that's the main scoring. As I mentioned at the end of the game, the last 30 seconds, that's called the end game. And there's a couple special things robots can do. So teams can they can create their own scoring element this year, which is a paper airplane. We call it a drone. And if they're on the back side of the field, they can throw it up front into one of these 3 landing zones, and they'll get bonus points. So teams will actually be throwing paper airplanes outside of the field as we get later on in the season. And teams can also hang or suspend themselves from the, I can't remember, I'm losing the terminology here, but the blue and the red pillars at the top there, or the blue and the red rungs, if they lift themselves up off the ground in the last 30 seconds, they'll also get bonus points for that. So won't see a lot of that today, but. Oh, we do have a drone today. 10082 does have a drone. 10082 has a drone, so they're going to be attempting to fire that off during this match. So we'll have to see how that goes. That should be exciting. Okay, randomization is left. So you can see up there on the board, too, it shows they want to put those pixels on the left side of the backdrops. and they want to place their purple pixel on the same tape line the white one is on right now to get some bonuses. Okay, field looks like it's ready. Red Alliance, thumbs up, are you ready? Red Alliance, thumbs up. Blue Alliance, thumbs up if you're ready. Teams are ready, timer's ready. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. We do have an autonomous program on the back side of the field. 10082 gets navigated. Fantastic. It looks like that will be the autonomous action. As I mentioned, though, later on in the season, teams will be placing the purple pixel on the same tape line as the white one, and the yellow pixel on the backdrop on the left side in this match, depending on the randomization. So we'll see more of that as the season goes on, but having an autonomous program to drive is pretty impressive today.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, a little bit of a false start there. It looks like it might be out of control. FTA is going to help them out here, get them stopped. That can sometimes happen if a controller, if it remembers an input before it was plugged in. So that can happen sometimes. That's all right. Let's see if they can get restarted. And it looks like they are back up and running. FTA helped them out. So 20349 on the backside for blue. Is able to get back up and running. Here we go. 10082. Now on the front side are trying to get a pixel. See how they're going to get that in there. It looks like they have a dragging mechanism on the inside of the robot, maybe. Trying to get some pixels in there. And on the back side of the field, 23971 is now pushing some of their pixels around. Looks like they're trying to get them back towards the backstage area. Once again, that taped off area on the backside. They'll earn points for getting pixels back there. 20349 is quite a little zippy little robot there. You can see they're moving around. They're trying to get some pixels corralled towards the backside of the field, but there's a lot of them spread around. So there we see 10082 getting a couple of penalties for possessing more than 2 at a time. Something I didn't mention, you can only possess 2 pixels at a time. So if you're plowing through and getting a bunch of them stuck in front of you, you can get some penalties for that. Right now we can see those penalties coming through on the live scoring. We've got a 131 for red, 13 for blue. 8 seconds left now. Teams trying to get maneuvered. 3, 2, 1. There it is, end of match number 2. Let's get a round of applause for these 4 teams. All right, so we have the scores now for that match. So that was 131 red to 18 blue. So we did see 130 penalty points there for red. So what happened in that match is one of our blue robots was over here on the front side of the field, and they kept entering that same zone that we had problems with last time. They entered it 4 times during the match. It's a major penalty for each time. So that's where 120 of those points came from. And then because they false started there at the beginning of driver controlled, they also got a minor penalty of 10 points. So once again, these zones are something to watch out for. Teams have to be careful how they're maneuvering around those. Okay, so because we have so few teams here today, people yell Sam, and I think it's me. It's never me. Because we have so few teams here today, there's going to be gaps between our matches today. So there's a 5-minute gap when teams have to play back-to-back. So there will be some gaps between matches today, so you can take that time to, go do whatever it is you would like to do. So we'll have some gaps later on. There will be some back-to-back matches again, but there'll be some gaps here for the next 4 or 5 matches. So just expect that. Still there. All right. Red Alliance, thumbs up if you're ready. Red Alliance is ready. All right, Blue Alliance, thumbs up if you're ready. Blue Alliance is ready. Timer's ready. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Heck yeah. So only 3 robots on the field for this match. Must be working on that 4th one. Little Macarena action. Very nice.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, it's game time. Our robots are on the move. Got our blue human player putting 2 pixels in, opting for 2 white pixels. Red human player doing 2 green pixels. Our referee reminding them they can put up to 6 pixels in total in those wings. $5062 got one of the purple pixels to stand up. Unfortunately, no bonus points for style, but it is cool. Okay, and now got one of our teams on the blue side of the field, 2349, trying to capitalize on those 2 pixels being there. They're pushing those to the back side of the field. They've got 2. There we go, delivering 2 pixels to the back side by the Blue Alliance. Right now they've got 8 pixels in the back side of the field. That's where those 8 points are coming from. Each pixel in the backstage area is worth 1 point apiece. And for our Red Alliance, got 5062 on the front side. Trying to get some of those pixels placed by the human player. Trying to get one of them in front of them. Oh, and now they're caught up on a pixel. Got a pixel wedged underneath their robot. We'll see if they can wiggle back and forth enough here. We've lost our screen up front. Oh, there it is. It's back. 20 seconds left here for the end game. And on the back side of the field, our blue robot has just parked. They're going to get those navigation points for being on the back side. 2349 doing the same. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Very nice. End of our 3rd match. Let's get another round of applause for these 4 teams. All right, our scores are in. Let's take a look for match number 3. Got our 5-minute timeout for the next match. Hey, there we go. Our scores are in for match number 3. 20-2, no penalties there in our 3rd match. 20 well-scored points by the Blue Alliance. Nice job. All right, 4.5 minutes until our next match. Okay, everybody, can I have your attention up here for a second? Today, aside from me game announcing, we're going to have Janan, who's going to game announce a couple matches. Can we get a round of applause for Janan? She's going to try her hand at it.
You have to be better.
Throughout the match, make sure your mic is close, but you'll figure it out. You'll find the comfortable space.
We have been randomized left.
Yes, the man's going to be doing it. Make sure you're loud on the...
Red Alliance, are you ready? Oh, Blue Alliance, are you ready? Three, two, one, begin. This is a 30-second autonomous period. Okay. We are now entering our teleop period.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
It looks like Robotics 2 moved a little early. And the Forbidden Waffles scored a purple and a yellow pixel. The Blue Alliance has 3 pixels in the backstage area. Higher. And Robotics 2 scores a purple pixel. We are now entering endgame. The Blue Alliance scores 2 pixels in parks. Three, two, one. Sure.
Put your mic down. It's always, if you have it on, remember not to hold it here and be talking to somebody and that kind of thing.
Okay.
That just comes with experience, comes with time. Yeah, so referees will get the score ready. You keep eye contact with Susan back there. She'll peek up at you and let you know, and you can say, all right, let's see the scores. And they'll come up and you can read off the scores. And you're in match number 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Just kind of curiosity. So whoever knocked this over is still with me because there's more.
There's lots more to do this time.
Last year was my first season, so I wasn't expecting it to get harder.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I've read a lot of people saying this one's a lot harder, and I haven't thought too much about how hard it is, but I guess so, yeah. Because last time, I guess as long as you had a mechanism that could go up and down, that's really all you needed. Up and out to put it onto the backboard and something to reach up. I mean, that could be the same mechanism. Pick things up off the ground.
So the airplane.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see the scores. Not done. the Red Alliance with 26 points and the Blue Alliance with 16. Good job, everyone.
Nice job. All right. Okay, randomization is left again. It's supposed to be random. I think we've had left almost every time today, but pretty sure it's random. Okay, it looks like our field is ready. All right, Red Alliance, thumbs up if you're ready. Our Red Alliance is ready. Blue Alliance, thumbs up if you're ready. Our Blue Alliance is ready. Timer ready. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, 10082 once again with their autonomous going to the back side there. So they're going to earn parking points for that. So that's 10 points for getting navigated to the back side of the field there during the first part of this match. There's also points at the end of the match for parking in those areas as well. So that's why teams go back there at the end.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And it looks like they also had a couple of pixels pushed into that back area as well, so they'll earn some bonus points for those as well. All 4 of our robots on the move now. Our blue human player here was telling me a little bit about their strategy for the match. Their team figured out that if they place the stacks far out in the area, that their robot can get around the stack and push it back. So they've been doing some testing there already and figured that strategy out. And on the other side, it looks like the Red Alliance has a strategy as well. They've got a couple pixels in their grasp already for 10082. Now they're on the back side of the field. They're going to try to drop those off. See if they can do it. I'm not sure how they get those out. Oh, I see. They go sideways, kind of strafe across the pixels to get them out of their robot. Less than 60 seconds left now. Pixels being scored on the back side of the field by our Blue Alliance, by both 8696 and by our other Blue Alliance team. They've got a couple pixels there now. Now 32-16, and we've got 35 seconds left. All right, we're now into the end game. Teams can now go for that end game task if they want to. We've got 15 seconds left. Robots just getting parked on the backside of the field now. I would expect all 4 of our robots going to come to rest here in just a moment. 5 seconds left. All right, and we get 4 parking bonuses here at the end of the match. Nice job. Round of applause for these 4 teams. Match number 5. High scoring match for blue. We'll have to see if any penalties come through or if that was all from pixels and parking. Okay, so we have the score from that last match. It was 27-19. So the Blue Alliance score went down there at the end. And the reason it went down is because our referees were discussing possible penalties on the back side of the field. So one of the Blue Alliance robots was on the red side of the field over in that area. And it turns out there's not penalties for being in that area unless you're blocking access, the way that the rules read right now. So there were no penalties assessed there. So that'll be interesting. We'll see how that rule goes throughout the season, if that gets modified at all. Typically, we think if you're a blue robot, you can't be in a red zone. If you're red, you can't be in blue, but looks like there might be some leeway to that in this one. We'll have to see. All right, randomization for match number 6 is left again. We'll see. We have 12 matches today. I mean, I don't know how it's going to normalize, but we'll see. Okay, our field is ready. All right, Red Alliance, thumbs up if you're ready. Blue Alliance, thumbs up if you're ready. Teams are ready. Timer's ready. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go. A lot of action in this one. All the robots having a stare down here in the first 30 seconds. Seeing who makes the move first. I predict that none of them will. Looks like no autonomous programs in this match. That's all right. By the end of the season, they'll be flying all over. You won't even know what they're doing.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And here we go. Now they're on the move. 2 of our robots moving so far. The other 2 trying to get their robots set up. We do see some pixels scored on the backside by 8696. They've got 3 so far. 1 purple, 1 yellow, 1 white. We haven't seen any pixels up on the backdrop yet today. We'll see if any of our teams have the capability to do that. Like I said, we'll probably see a lot of pushing pixels onto the backside into the backstage area, that taped off section of the field. 2 pixels now back for the Red Alliance by 21,495. You can see the mechanism on the front of their robot. It's sort of a V shape, and they have a mechanism that can pin the pixel there to make sure it stays there. It looks like that's been working quite well for them so far today. Another pixel heading back now by both our Blue and Red Alliance. Blue Alliance getting 2. Yellow and white. 64.99. Looks like they may be dead in the middle of the field here. Disabled now for the rest of the match. 40 seconds left. 10 seconds to end game. All right, we're in end game. $86.96, still trying to grab some pixels from the front side of the field. seem to be a little bit caught up on one right now, reducing their mobility by a bit. On the backside of the field for red, our 21,000 team now parked on the backside. They'll be getting points for that. 3, 2, 1. And that's it. Nice job, teams. Round of applause for these 4 teams in match number 6. Okay. Robots being picked up, which means our scores hopefully should be in a moment. Have to see. Okay, and there's the score for the match. It is 40-11. We saw 3 minor penalties come across for red. That was from the pixel stacks on the front side of the field. One of the blue robots knocked the stack over, and so they got some penalties. You can see there, they knocked the whole stack off the tape line, so they got some penalties for controlling too many and moving it off of the tape line. right, randomization, match number 7. Hey, it's right. It is random. Or the script writers got really clever. All right, field is ready. Okay, now our field is ready. All right, Red Alliance, are you ready? Thumbs up. Red Alliance, all right. Blue Alliance, are you ready? Thumbs up. Timer's ready. Let's begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we've got the autonomous 10082 again. Nice parking autonomous. You can see they have their drone mounted on their robot. They were telling me they can actually throw that. It's just gotten knocked off the last couple matches, so we'll see if it can stick around for the end of this match.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, here we go. Driver controlled. 8696. Quickly scoring 2 pixels on the back side of the field. On the red side of the field, 2349, matching them with 2 pixels of their own. Headed to the front side of the field now. See how many they can get. They've got 1 stuck under their robot right now. Hopefully they'll be able to get off of that one. On the back side of the field, 10082 for the Blue Alliance. Now sitting parked in the back. They're going to just hang out. They want to throw their drone across at the end of the match. They're going to play it safe. Can appreciate that. Both of our Red Alliance robots now, one on the front side of the field, 5062, trying to get a pixel in their grasp and to take that to the back side of the field. They've got some small teeth on the front side there they're using to corral them. And on the back side, 2349, still caught up on a pixel, trying to get that towards the back of the field slowly but surely. They got plenty of time, 45 seconds left. Robotics continuing to head back to the front side of the field. Putting a pixel down. Robotics slides over the side. He's going to pull that towards the back. 5 seconds now till end game. All right, here we go. The drone about to be fired by 10082. Oh, they do fire it. It crosses the truss, but no points outside the field. A successful first launch, though. Very exciting. 10 seconds left. Our robots getting parked at the backside of the field now as best they can. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Round of applause. Match number 7. An excellent effort by 10082. Awesome job. All right, our scores are in. Let's take a look for match number 7. Blue Alliance comes out on top 31-15. 11 autonomous points from getting that park and the pixel in the backside. It's a big factor there for our Blue Alliance.
Randomization is right. Right. Red team, are you ready? Blue Alliance, are you ready? Perfect. 3, 2, 1, begin. Team 10082 has parked in the backstage area.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
It looks like team 23971 is no longer moving, and they got it up and running again. Looks like the Blue Alliance no longer has a human player. Three, two, one. Next time, you should communicate with the other team and ask them if Blue Alliance with 34 points and the Red Alliance with 26. Thank you. The next match with Team 20349 and 367 versus the Forbidden Waffles and a lot of standing around. I'm bored. It's a lot of standing around.
I know. I feel like today just feels like a lot of hurry up and wait.
I'm excited for the season
I think it's last year, warming up, getting ready for our first meet and everything. And I think it's kind of nice to have a scrimmage where you just have to see the game get played. Think about the issues that come up. I think this is a good thing. I didn't realize. I felt kind of silly. I didn't realize that this included people that are not in our league at all.
Oh, I
It's like
thought
a
it was
dumb
just
moment.
early.
It's definitely not.
Oh.
Like Alexa's other team is not in our league.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what
Yeah.
about Metro in our league?
They're not, because they're in the Cedar Rapids.
Are we just in like an Iowa City Solon?
Well, so our league is interesting. Out of your way.
Red Alliance, are you ready? Blue Alliance, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, begin. A robot on the Red Alliance has parked in the backstage.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Robot 20349 is stuck in the corner. And team 367 has parked in the backstage. Both Red Alliance robots are parked. Three, two, one.
All right, let's take a look at the score for match number 9. Not yet. Still working on the score. Dave, you got a question? All right, there's your score for match number 9. 23 for red, 14 to blue. Congratulations to the Red Alliance. 21,495 in first currently, 15,055 moving up to 5th. We've got 3 matches left, 10, 11, and 12.